Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, we're both going to discuss him. We can both cover this number between us, but what a performance. This was like goals aside, which we'll discuss in a little bit more detail in a moment, like 2 goals, one of them a little bit of good fortune potentially with the flick, but it gets the winner in that big moment later on. So 2 goals right out the top drawer in terms of what they meant, the opener and the winner of course, but in terms of quality as well. But more than that, Errol, like this was a performance of a man possessed. Like we spoke a lot this year already about Virgil van Dijk sort of going up a new level because of the captaincy. I'm beyond starting to wonder. I think Trent's gone up a level or 2 because of the vice captaincy. I think he's seen that mantling gone, well, I've got to do this as well, and I've got to step up in these moments. And I think also this new role he's got, because obviously he finds himself playing as an 8/10, essentially, come the end of the game, but he is just grabbing games by the scruff of the neck. I thought some of his passing today from very central position was just out of this world. Like, the forwards weren't having their best day, it's fair to say, so Diaz, Núñez, Salah, none of them were able to sort of take those chances that Trent was providing, but he was providing them, mate. I thought he was outstanding.
He was. There was no danger in the manger because Trent was our saviour today. Let me tell you, from my perspective, you said there about the vice captaincy, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, do you know what though? When you deep it, he's gonna have Hendo, who we've always said not the best football player, but as a captain, what he went to achieve in the Liverpool side, taking us back to those glory days on all fronts. You can't discredit what he did as a captain for Liverpool. Now Virgil van Dijk, as we said, he looks like in his performances at least anyway, in the way he's carrying himself, he knows that he has to fulfill a new set of legacies now for as a captain. Done it as a squad player, but now I'm the captain and this is my team. What are we going to achieve under my stewardship? Trent's looking at that thinking, I've got to, people thought following Gerrard was a hard act to follow, but they were like, a guy who did it ended up winning everything. Now the guy who's doing that is the best centre-back in the world. So now, eventually, I'm going to, inherit that armband myself. How better to do it than start upping my performances by being the deputy? I've got to perform like a captain every single game now because at some point, I am going to have that armband. And, not saying my Liverpool legacy will be judged by how I am as a captain, but in terms of the history books, I still need special moments when my time comes, and I need to be primed for that. And this is he's being groomed for that from my perspective. I think maybe that has been in the background of his, since he's really broke into the team as a fullback for us. I think Klopp's always probably had that as a bit of a pathway for him. Yeah. The door's always going to be open, but you've got to earn it every step of the way. Right now, mate, he's operating on a different planet. I tongue in cheek said it. Watch when he chops off the locks. I just knew it was a matter of time. He's going to chop off the locks and we're going to get serious Trent back again. And I'm not to say that he wasn't serious just because of a fucking haircut, but there's something about when you just know, I've done everything I possibly can. I need a change. What's the biggest way to get a bit of a change up and feel fresh and feel new? You change up his hair, and everybody to a man, doesn't matter whether you're black, white, ginger, you change your hair because you want to feel fresh about something in life sometimes. And I just knew, especially with the armband, little things like that, they've just been I'm coming back to Adidas, the Pred deal. All these little things are just little hallmarks that are just now starting to click into a new jigsaw that is seeing him take his game to another level and really cement himself within this Liverpool side as one of the leaders now. He's not the kid anymore. You said it, a man possessed, because he's not a kid anymore.
No,
he's like still young, still on 20, but he's not.
No,
he knows he is a man, and he knows he's capable of driving this team forward. It's not about just taking part and being part of a team. I can be the catalyst and the driving force. He started the game with the intent to get us on, and he finished the game wanting to get us the winner.
Yeah, and everything in between that I thought was world class as well. Honestly, I thought he was just incredible today from start to finish. I really do. And it's fitting that he opens the score, and it's fitting that he gets the winner for us as well. But you're right, like, He is a senior player now within the squad. He's got an absolute wealth of experience under his belt. And you mentioned there this pathway. You're right, because obviously he would have grown up watching Steven Gerrard. It would be his dream to captain Liverpool, even be a vice captain Liverpool. And
but how many make it though, mate? Well, exactly. How many?
Very few. But you're right, because Jurgen Klopp will sort of, by his performances, he's always sort of, he's led by example on the pitch, of course, yeah, and he's shown world-class talent and ability on the pitch, pretty much in stay dot, I think it's fair to say. There's been the odd moment here and there, of course, of I've questioned him or wondered whether, defensively he had what it takes and all that kind of stuff, of course. Like, it was the time early in his career, we never played at Man United away. But off the pitch as well, he must have shown to Jurgen Klopp and those around him that, yeah, I am him. Like, I've got what it takes. I can lead this team forward. Don't worry about it. And the thing as well is, you spoke about Jordan Henderson there, and I don't want to sort of do him a disservice, because why would I bother? You know what I mean? This isn't what this is about. But he was an incredible captain for Liverpool Football Club and a very good footballer to boot. And he had his moments, of course he did. You can think of certain goals, the one against Everton, for instance, the Southampton goal. He had moments. Yeah, of course. He had moments in his Liverpool career whereby he was quality, of course. And the same could be said for Virgil van Dijk, because, again, best Premier League defender I've ever seen personally. I don't think anyone, on his day, I don't think anyone touches him in terms of ability, personally. So you're talking about a world-class footballer who's gone up a level, or back to his level, because of the captaincy. But I don't think either of them come close to having what Trent has in terms of natural talent, natural ability. You said it earlier, he's a generational talent. What he can do with a footy at his feet is not many players in the history of football have got that type of ability. Like, they really haven't. So
he wants to be in the same conversations as Mbappe, exactly. Bellingham,
because he has
Vinicius.
He has that innate footballing ability. And when you have that innate footballing ability, coupled with this newfound leadership role that he's got, coupled with all the desire to drive Liverpool forwards, you get stuff like you get today.
Being from the city, knowing what it's about,
everything.
It means absolutely everything. And you can almost, again, if seen it so many times on socials, if Trent has a good game, Liverpool have a good game. And right, today Liverpool didn't. There was some individual moments of brilliance from certain players that we all know we're more than capable of. But Trent today refused to lose.
Yeah. Oh, he was the beating heart of that performance.
He refused, flat out refused to lose. He looked bewildered at a couple of those goals that we conceded and was a little bit puzzled by it. But he refused to feel sorry. And last season, and again, I know we can say last season's done, but the scars from last season could have easily unravelled us today. There was a couple, and we'll probably get onto Darwin, but there was a couple of moments when he misses his chances, and it looked like the reactions that we got from Darwin a couple of weeks ago, he was laughing, because I'm going to get another one. Today, he almost, wow, that was the chance. With Cody now breathing down his neck, he might be feeling a bit of pressure. But Trent, on the other hand, didn't want to feel sorry for himself or the team at all. I kept saying it on stream, we've dug ourselves in this hole. And this is a big takeaway from me. Last season, we couldn't keep going back to the well because the well had run dry. The amount of times we put ourselves in disadvantaged positions and behind, it just didn't help us when it comes to now. You need to dig deep and sort it out. We haven't had to do that too much yet this season, and I hope we don't, if I'm being completely honest with you. But when you need to, because you haven't been, and you've been controlling, and you've been managing your minutes, and you've been not having to empty the tank every single game to get something out of it, you can absolutely leave it all on the pitch. And that's what we was able to do, and it culminated in us actually getting the win, because we was able to turn the situation around. Last season, we had tried that card one too many times. We got found lacking, and then all of a sudden, you haven't got that superpower anymore.
No, exactly, 100%, mate. Yeah, and Trent absolutely took that by the scruff of the neck and made sure we were coming out with all 3 points. Have we numbered him? Can we number him?
It's got to be nines. Yeah, it's got to be high nines, hasn't it?
I think it's a 9.5. Yeah, I definitely give him a perfect 10, but he wasn't a million miles away in my mind. It crossed my mind a couple of times.